capsule, go. All pre-start panel lights are correct. The ready light is on. Eject mercury umbilical. Oil evacuate.
Scope is retracting. The scope is retracted. Light is out.
18 seconds and holding momentarily. Roger.
Valid DM on scope retract. Roger.
Firing signal.
May the winds be with you, Thomas.
15 seconds.
Godspeed, John Glenn.
This one's going to take off on us. Today we're having our competition, May the 2nd, 2 weeks. So we're going to have a lot of things going on. There'll be 2,000 kids. Lots of people in this. It's exciting, and science is exciting. Now that you guys have seen what your stuff's done this morning or did this morning, now you know how you've got to go about improving it, right? You can see what worked and what didn't. So you got 2 weeks now that you can use science and engineering to improve that. Now, with this project, a lot of times we will see how high these things will go and compare them. Because we have so many and so limited time, we're just going to guesstimate. We're going to figure out how high they go. If we were actually doing the competition, we'll take something like this, and we'll have someone stand at a base. So we'd actually use trigonometry. We're actually using science to figure out how high the thing goes. When it goes up, we would look through the little eyepiece right here and would measure the angle. And we measure the angle, then you use something called a tangent, which is It measures the base side of your angles and so forth, and it's good mathematics. It just tells you how high it goes, and it's real easy to use. They do the same thing with trees. If her dad works for Forestry Service, they do the same type of things. So we're going to use Newton's third law. We're going to, instead of pumping this up by pumps, we're going to use our air tank. I'm going to place air in there. We're going to guesstimate about 25 pounds of air. What happens is the air will go in, it locks in behind the water. And when I take the pin off, we got a safety pin here so that we don't get hurt. And I'll pull that pin out, and I'll count 1, 2, 3 and point at you, and he's going to pull. Now when you pull, whoever it belongs to, you need to put your hand like this and yank this way. And the reason we're doing that, we want to keep this flat. You see that piece? Got to keep it flat so that it will take off. So, we ready? Yeah. We do these real quick. Next person can kind of get ready, and we'll get ready to go. You see the air going in there? It's a lot of pressure. It's called Newton's third law. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Okay. A little off-center. Notice you got a lot of mist in there. We're actually forming a cloud inside that thing. This we got 2 wings lined straight up. One, two, three. Go.
You did the game twice. You stay behind the line, but never roll down.
She broke it. Yeah, we did it hard.
All right.
Look at the cloud.
All right. Here we go. I like this one. I like that dark black coloring on it. And it's really taking a lot of air, right? What happens, all that air inside is released, and that water won't let it go out. And so it pushes against the water, and it does Newton's third law, which is when it pushes against something, there's equal and opposite reactions. Just like a gun sometimes, if you fire a gun, they call it kick, it hits up against your shoulder, or if you jump out of a boat, the boat goes the opposite way. Those are all Newton's third law. So, okay, go. We never know from one year to the next what the other kids are bringing in, but every year they get better. And I know from looking at what y'all got this year, several of them would have won last year, but we don't know what Paris and Boonville and County Line, all of them. Everybody looks at their things and then try to improve on them, and that's the way we do. That's a good thing. That's a good way we do science and engineering both. He's got 4 wings, and they're just kind of like triangles on here. Notice that the ones that have several wings on it go straight. If you only have 2 wings, notice that they're going to the east a lot, aren't they? 1, 2, 3. Is that one highest yet? No?
Probably the lowest.
I can't see because I'm getting rained on.
My name is Juan Morales, and I did have a partner, but he moved away. He helped me build most of it. And my dad helped me cut the wood and helped me with these knots. And when I launched it, it launched well, I had to put these here so when it's not, so it wouldn't break. It wouldn't break so it could last longer. And I put this rope right here so once I let go over here, right here, it'd go faster. It'd launch faster.
You ready? Let's give it a countdown of 3, 2, 1. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, on the count of 3, 2, 1.
My name is Ryan Harrison, and my 2-foot bridge took me 2 days, and I put too much glue on it, so we tried to redo it, but I didn't have enough time, so that's why it looks like this.
My name is Harley, and the bridge kept falling apart a lot. We had to keep redoing it. And it took about 4 days to get it all together where it would hold. So it took a little while.
My name is David, and it took me a while to get mine finished. It got a lot of messy glue, and it took a lot of hard work for quite a few days. So I finally got a lot of glue and just spreaded it all together.
My name is Sam Christensen, and mine took a few hours, or I don't know, a few days. We had to keep rebuilding it, and redesigning it.
My name is Sing Gang, and it took me a couple of days to build this toothpick bridge, and we would have to redo the bridge because we would glue the wrong spot to the bridge.
My name is Mackenzie Shields. It took about 4 or 5 weeks to finish the bridge because we had to redo both walls and the roof, and then we had to redo the bottom until we finally got it together.
I'm Tommy, and this is my roller coaster. I use this hose because I thought it was cool because you could see the marble go when it goes in there. And this is just to help it stay up. And I use these L brackets to help this stay in there. And I drilled a hole in the board to make it stay in there. And I use the L brackets to make it stay. And I used a shoe box to, I put a hole in it so I could put my tunnel. And I made a hole in it. And I stuck the tunnel down in it. And I made it run into the tunnel.
name's Courtney, and this is our roller coaster. It's called the Storm, and we started making it during a storm. It's supposed to be 2 foot wide and 4 foot tall, and we had my dad help us with that part, and then we have this when it goes down, and then around the loop, and then down, and then around the loops, and sometimes it gets stuck right here, but we fixed it, kinda.
Well, my name is Janae Bang, and it took 6 days to fix this because I put pieces in the wrong spot.
My name is Michael Ray Fleming. This took me 2 days because I used 2 bottles to make the boat.
My name is Cynthia. It took me a little bit to figure out where the pieces went, and me and my brother kind of got together.
My name is Samantha, and it took me probably maybe a week and a half to...
My name is Brittany, and it took about 2 days to draw this.
My name's Anna, and it took me 4 days to draw this, 2 to figure out what I was going to draw, and 2 to draw it out and then color it.
My name's Allie Gray, and it took me about 4 days to draw this, and my mom helped me a little bit.
It's a hover crane. It took me about 4 weeks to build this. I had to re-put the shower curtain on because when we had got it done the first time, we found a few holes in the edges because of the way we had been sitting it and carrying it. It works really well, and I'm really excited about it. This is a leaf blower. It inflates the shower curtain, and then I have holes in the bottom that make the craft hover. And then I use the paddle to move myself. There's some that can move on water, and some. Actually, I think in Russia it was. There's some that are used for battle, I think, on water.
I'm Michaeline.
This is Jenna. Jacob.
Our rover's name is Journey. The requirements were it cannot be no more than 72 inches long and 36 feet, or 36 inches wide. Well, when we first found out we were going to do this, me and these two, we made a paper model of our rover, so we got a kind of a design what we wanted to do, and then we kind of fixed it to how we wanted it, and then when we got our wood, we were going to add an arrow, but to fit the steering wheel in, we had to cut some off. And the wheels and the steering wheel are off a wagon. And the wood is from a tree at my house. And the wings are made of cardboard, and we wrap them in aluminum foil and we design them. And the base is wood, and it has aluminum foil and duct tape. And then what I'm sitting on is cardboard to make the seat more comfortable. And in the back here, we have a license plate.
Our rover, it was kind of hard to make, but we got it done, and we first had to make a model and draw it out on paper, and then we started working on it, and she had the idea of putting zip ties to keep the cardboard together, and then I got the stick of the steering wheel, and I put rope around it, and then I put rope on both of the wheels so that way it will turn. And we spray painted it black and threw a bunch of glitter on it.
She's gonna push me, and I gotta go as straight as possible, and there's gonna be like tape, and we have like little lanes, and we gotta stay inside it, and yeah.
Bryce McCowell.
My name's Dave.
We used some wagon wheels, and our steering wheel is made out of pipes, and we wired it to the wagon wheel, like right here, and then when you turn, when you move this, it'll turn up, and we put this on here, so when someone's trying to follow the rover, they might hold on right here. And this is an antenna to get back to the satellite. And this is a light where when it gets dark. And then this is supposed to be kind of like a thing that gets it's supposed to, the solar system, when the light shines on it, it's supposed to make it solar. Yes.
And so it's not hard to get in. We have it open like this, and David can slide in and out.
We put the tires under it instead of beside it because it had to be a certain amount of length wide, which was 3 foot, and from here to here is exactly 3 foot, and it had to be like 6 foot long, and it's not even 6 foot long.
It's about 4 foot.
Yeah, 3 to 4 foot long. So first, we were trying to come up with designs first, me and him, and I told my grandpa about it, and he said, sure, I'll help you. And first, I showed him what I wanted it to look like, and I showed him and everything. He's like, okay, well, let me adjust this a little bit, and we adjusted it, and it came out like this. But it took us about 3.5 weeks to build it.
Yeah, 3.5 weeks, 3 days.
I'm Jack Kerbo.
My name's Taryn Leslie.
This is the Rattler rover. We abbreviated the name because it wouldn't fit in the front. And we put a solar panel. And we put a camera, like a moon rover. And put a satellite. We steer by the string that's attached to the wheels. And when we pull it, it pulls this wheel forward. And it pushes the other wheel forward. And turns. Back wheels are made of bicycle wheels, and the front wheels are lawnmower wheels. First, we started drawing a piece of paper for a couple of times, and then we figured that it was gonna look like this, so we started making it.
First I had my legs stretched out and they were bent, but now I can sit like my legs crossed and it's fine.
Yeah, come on, come on.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, start your rovers. You guys ready? Set. Go!
They'll be to carry them over there. Yeah, we'll just carry them out. He's got
He just whacked it.